Abel personally, and again, being a massive fan of Trey, being a massive fan of Jenna, Chase as well, incredible DOP. I wanted to step onto something that was sort of a unique event sort of movie and help bring forward Abel's vision, and I found it quite brave and bold of him to want to play himself and also put himself up there for display like that. So I wanted to be a part of that, and again, who's on page is a no-brainer. There's boundaries he pushes, there's boundaries he takes, he represents that sort of, that fly on the wall, more like, that gives us an insight into Abel's world and the Weeknd's world, and this other person who, you know, Abel is discovering himself as you see the movie go on. So I felt that's who, you know, Lee represented, and that's the character I played. You know, and the more personal and intimate it was, the more relatable it'd be. People think playing yourself is easy, and you know, I've played versions of myself, and it's really hard. I mean, this one would be very close to me in regards to how close it is to playing myself. And it's really, really hard, and you have to be willing to step forward and show your vulnerabilities and expose yourself a little. But what it was like working with Abel and Jenna and Trey, we said in an interview just there, was such a student-like feel in the sense of it feeling like everyone was there to collaborate and no judgment of ideas or that were brought forward, and you know, anything that was brought forward was valid, and anything that wasn't brought forward and kind of took from it was also valid. And I felt like that safe space and that energy and feel that you get on student-like movies or really low-budget movies, which then encourages you to be a bit more brave and lean in and give it a bit more of a true performance, I feel. Trey is such a chill lad, and any points he has or any idea or any, you know, versions of the take he wants to go. You have to have full trust in your director and not take anything personal when they say, okay, I like that, let's do it this way. And you know, I always love that. I always love giving my version and then a director sort of lead me the way they want, or to throw it out there, let's flip on its head. And so the communication for that and the collaboration and that trust and safe space made it easy to watch Trey waltz around and with Chase and allow us to kind of maneuver in that place, in that world. I'm always against the question of what do you want people to take from this movie, because I think a movie should be an experience, a very immersive one, and what you take and what someone else takes besides you is completely different, even if they are similar kind of takes. But I'm always against preempting people how to feel and into an experience like this. But for me, it's like, it's an event, and it's sort of a very unique movie that I think a lot of people will relate to. You know, not only artists or musicians, and you know, it's a very human sense and a very human, as I said, Abel, humanizing Abel, the Weeknd. Getting to see that, I think, is a very relatable thing that people are going to take from it. Understanding and seeing that someone does have vulnerabilities, and someone of that stature and that star has all those problems as well, and fears. And so I think that is a lot of what people will take. Yeah, I think seeing in the theater is what every movie should be seeing. You know, it's I think it still holds that magic of going into somewhere and getting brought on an experience, an immersive one for 90 minutes or whatever it may be. I think that's the way you should see all movies. But again, what do I think the fans will? I think everyone's gonna, especially fans of The Weeknd, you know, see a real insight, and I think, you know, be able to relate a lot more to his lyrics and to him personally as an artist and as a human. And it's visually gorgeous, and it's just, there's so much going on in an immersive experience. I'm trying to explain it like in a way that when you're watching it, you're just catching your feelings of the last scene as you're in this scene. Do you know? So it's sort of like you're still on that one. You're playing it, it's so fast, you know.